Hello students! So at this point you should have read chapter 2 of The Great Gatsby. Today we are going to be working on supporting claims and theses with evidence from the text. So for example, here I have a paragraph from the end of the first page and the beginning of the second chapter, and this is the paragraph describing Dr. T.J. Eckelberg, the billboard, which is going to be important as we continue the story. And so one of the things you can do, and you can go ahead and do this in your text, you can use different colored pencils or pens or highlighters, anything really, just make sure you can still read it. You can do what's called color marking, in which you can take different colors or circles or squares and mark over similar images in the text, and you can find a pattern. So we're going to do this with this image, which has a lot of colors in it to begin with. So there are some negative color images like dark gray, such as gray land, and the bleak dust is also very dreary. There's paintless, which suggests colors coming off, and the solemn dumping ground. Meanwhile, we've got some brighter colors like blue, yellow. Another image that is prevalent in this paragraph is that of like size and length, specifically big and long, dealing with time, and also the billboard. So we're going to mark these as well. I'm going to underline these. So there's endlessly, there's gigantic, there's enormous right there. There's fatten, which also suggests some greed in this context. Eternal. And we could even include over, because he's looking over this place, which is important. And many as well. So we can take what we found here and use it to generate a claim. So one thesis or claim, for example, would be Fitzgerald employs contrasting colors to illustrate the economical difference between Queens and surrounding areas. And so we could talk about how T.J. Eckelberg is above everything and has these bright colors. Meanwhile, Queens itself is very gray and bleak and solemn. And we're going to work on integrating quotes in class. For today, I would like you to watch this clip that's coming up of The Great Gatsby, the film from 2013, directed by Baz Luhrmann, and find specific examples to support this thesis right here. You're going to write that in your journal, and we're going to discuss it in class. So I'll see you then.